morning, welcome back to Stitched Up Weekly. So I thought I would do another weekly vlog because last week I did a weekender and I enjoyed it so much that I thought, yeah, let's carry it on and let's do another full week. Although it's not a full week because we are Tuesday. So, yeah, this is one of those vlogs where it's basically just follow along with me for the week, see what I get up to. Obviously I work, so I can't take you with me while I'm at work, but when I'm not at work I'll be running, walking the dog, doing a bit of tidying up, doing a bit of sewing and crafting, that kind of thing. I was doing a bit of knitting last night. So it's Tuesday morning and I've just got up, I've just seen Martin off to work. Isaac is working later. I've got my coffee to get me motivated for the day. I've got a day at work today, as I've just said, and last night I had some leftover cord from my aspen dress hack that I made last week that you will have seen on my weekend vlog if you watched it, and I thought I would cut out a bestie bag. So I've made a bestie bag before. I think you might just see it, it's just there hung on the door of my sewing room in black, obviously. I made that a while ago actually. It's my first bestie bag, and the bestie bag is a pattern by BF Patterns, Blackbird Fabrics. It's very popular. I'm sure you've already seen it in lots of variations. And what I actually wanted to do was I wanted to make one out of the remnants of my cow print denim that is hung on the door somewhere. You might just be able to see a little peek of it just there. That's the sleeve. I'd got enough left to make a bestie. However, when I made this pattern I didn't like the pockets, because the pockets, I don't know what it is about the big four, but they're really stingy on pocket sizes, and the pockets on this when I'd made it, I just thought they're just ridiculous. They look so small and they just look ridiculous. So I took them off and recut them, which meant I don't have enough now left of the Jessie cow print. I was a bit gutted, to be honest, because I just thought a cow print bestie bag would have been awesome. However, I do have enough left of the cord. So last night I did get that cut out, and I was looking to see what notions and things I had that would work with this, so that I don't have to buy anything new, because I'm trying to use up bits in my stash really without buying new stuff. The whole point of doing this was using up leftovers. So I've got the cord cut out here. I did have enough to cut everything out to make the bag. I haven't chosen a lining yet, because obviously I do want this lined, because I think lined bags just look far better, and I think with this pattern you can either line it or not. So I need to choose a lining. I do think a leopard print lining would work quite well, and I might have some viscose that I could use. Or would a viscose lining work? I mean, we use satin linings, don't we, on things? And it's the same sort of drape and everything. I don't know. Anyway, I've got a slider, because you can use the same fabric to make the strap, but I thought it would be nice to make a webbing strap. So I've got this in my stash, and I held it against, that's the right way, I held it against my fabric, and I think that's going to work really well. I know it's a contrast, but I think it's going to look quite utilitarian, and I have a gunmetal strap slider that's the right width for that. So zip wise, I've got another one of my chunky zips, which is this in grey. I haven't got the right colour, but I thought out of all the ones I've got, that will work, because it's with this web strapping as well, it's all going to sort of tone together. So yeah, I got all that cut out last night, but haven't chosen a lining yet. Bestie bag, in case you are wondering. Yes, I need to choose a lining, so I'm going to have to look in my stash, but I do think well, I'm saying a leopard print because it's quite utilitarian. It probably won't work, because I know it's hidden in the bag, but it's going to be a real surprise with a utilitarian style bag and then opening it to leopard print. That's maybe not going to work, so I don't know. I'll have to have a look through my stash. But anyway, I am going to enjoy my coffee and head off to work soon. Now, we'll just get the weather report out of the way first. Piper is banging at the door because he wants to go out. It has been so cold in the UK. We've had this like anticyclonic gloom thing, which we've been stuck in for the last 2.5 weeks now. It's been like 1 degree every single day, and the weather has been murky, damp and cold. It's just been awful. And I am freezing, constantly freezing, and I have got 6 layers on today to head to work with, because yesterday I was absolutely nithered. Nithered, I tell you. I can't be nithered today because I can't cope when I'm cold. So yeah, hopefully it's going to brighten up soon, because I need some spring sunshine and warmth. I really do. Anyway, I better go let Piper out because he's driving me mad, and I'll catch up with you soon. You might be a bit wonky, but I've got you perched because I have just received this. So, this is a small business that got in touch with me because they knew that I had a cat, because they've been watching my Stitched Up weekly vlogs, which is just really, really cute. And they got in touch with me and asked me if I wanted to try out their cat food for Pluto. Now, those of you that have cats will know that they are generally quite fussy creatures, whereas dogs tend not to be, and Pluto is no exception. Pluto is very much a whiskers cat. We have tried various different cat foods and he will just turn his nose up. So I was excited to try this. So this has arrived today, this catkin, and it is fresh food that is tailored to your cat's specific needs. So they want to know, excuse me that I'm not on screen, they want to know what breed they are, whether they have any health issues, what kind of weight they are, what condition they're in, any allergies, all that kind of stuff. And they tailor their cat food to your specific cat's personal dietary needs, which is really cute. So yeah, I'm just opening this to see what they've sent me. So they've sent me some chicken nibbles. This is not Pluto, this is Piper, you can just see his nose, look. He's having a sniff. He's obviously very keen, but this isn't for you, unfortunately, Piper. So we've got some catkin nibbles, which are chicken breast, freeze-dried cat treats. They sound yummy. And what have we got here? This is chicken sprinkles. Ooh. Oh, wow. And we've got like sachets of it, look. So we've got cat food in individual pouches. These are 100% fresh meat, gently cooked, frozen fresh, complete and balanced food for cats and kittens. So these are morning, we've got a morning and an evening portion there. This is duck and chicken. This is turkey. And yeah, I've got quite a lot in there, which is amazing. So I'm going to get those in the freezer, and I'm excited to try Pluto with this food and see what he thinks. So I will report back. So we're going to try this new food, the catkin. So this is complete and balanced food for cats. It is 100% meat. I think I mentioned earlier that Pluto's a little bit fussy with his food and he's a whiskers cat, but this is 100% meat, and apparently cats are carnivores and love meat. So what do we reckon? What do we think? Certainly looks interested. So we're going to try it anyway and see how we get on. What do we reckon, Pluto? See what you think to good old catkin. It certainly smells nice. Let's see what he thinks to that. I mean, he thought about it then, didn't he? Oh yeah, he seems to enjoy that. I'll leave you to it, Pluto. Didn't want me disturbing him, did he? So catkin is 100% meat content, and the reason why, or one of the reasons why cats are really fussy, is because a lot of commercial foods contain lots of additives and lots of cereals and those kinds of things, which they can be quite fussy about because they're carnivores and they love meat. So Pluto is loving it, as we can see, and catkin have very kindly offered
a 50% discount off a trial box if you are interested with the code stitched50, which I'll leave on screen for you now, and the link will be down in the description box below if you want to try your own cat out on this amazing brand.
Good morning. I'm out running. It's Wednesday. I've done just about a mile and a half, so I'm about halfway through my run, so I thought I'd just stop and chat to you. Yeah, I'm trying to get myself back into it. So if you watched my sewing weekend vlog last week, you'll know I did go out for a run, and I did 5k on Sunday, and yeah, it's Wednesday now, so I've had a couple of days off. My thighs were a little bit achy, but they're not too bad. So I thought, right, I'm off today. Martin's taken Piper out for a walk because he's got 10 days off work now, lucky thing. And yeah, I thought, well, he's doing that, I'm going to have another run. Now I've got time. It is so bitterly cold, but I'm all wrapped up. I've got my neon jazz hands on. And yeah, I'm planning to do another 5k, trying to get myself back into regular running. I had a lovely message from Catherine last night, because I mentioned Catherine, who's Sober to Makery, in my sewing weekend vlog, that she's training for London Marathon. And yeah, we were messaging each other last night, and I told her last night that I was coming out today, and she says, right, you've told me now, you better get out there and do it. And I am here running. So, well, I'm not running right this second because I'm chatting to you, but yeah. So I'm lucky where I live because I can avoid the main roads. There's loads of like off-road areas and trails and things. It's very flat, that's the only thing. And I'm a bit sort of masochistic. I love hills. I love running in hills. It's just so freeing, and yeah, it's really nice. And I don't have that where I live, unfortunately. So I'm in a very flat part of Yorkshire. But it's not too far to get to the hills, but my fitness is not there yet. So the plan is get myself back running fit again, and then I will get back out into the hills, which will be amazing for my headspace. So anyway, I'm going to put you away. I'm on this track at the minute, as you can see, and then I'm going to go back along the track. Oh, it's sort of there. Yeah, so I will catch up with you later. As I say, I've got a day off, don't know what the plan is. Probably do a bit of sewing, but a bit tidying up, nothing exciting. Right, back from running, and I've had a shower, as you can probably see. I am wearing my new hacked aspen dress, and there is a vlog coming out later this week to show you all about the process, how I did this. So watch out for that. But right now I am working on my self-drafted gillet, quilted gillet that I drafted the pattern for a few weeks ago, and I bought the fabric from Fabric Godmother and Mill Creations in Leeds, and it's just been sat ready to go, to be honest. I have cut the fabric out now, and I'm a little bit annoyed with myself because of my pattern placement, because I really didn't, I did cut it out on the single fold, but what I've done is I have put the back bodice, which is cut on the fold, and the front bodice, I have joined the pattern pieces at the side seam so that I could cut it all in one, if that makes sense. And I didn't take into account what the pattern would look like on the front bodice piece, because I was just thinking in my head, I'll have a seamless transition at the side seam, I won't have to pattern match. But I didn't think about how it's going to look at the front, because it's quite a bold pattern. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So here we are. This is the front bodice piece, and as you can see, I've got the pattern is not symmetrical, and I really think it should be, but I can't do anything about it because they're my scraps there. I don't have enough to recut this now. So what I have done is I've created some pockets to go on the front, because I think that will move your eye away from it, if that makes sense. So this is obviously a double-sided jacquard. This is the fabric from Fabric Godmother, and I like both sides, but I wanted to go with the black background as the facing fabric. But I thought, wouldn't it be fun to create some front pockets and put them the other way up, so it's the white base, and then I'm going to edge these with some bias tape, and I think that will look okay once it's done. I'm going to put ties on the front as well. So I've just been putting everything together. This is the fabric from Mill Creations. I'm going to make this a double-sided jacket, but I'm not putting pockets on the inside, I don't think, because I think it'll just be too bulky here. That's the problem. So yeah, I'm just gonna have pockets on the outside, and in here as well I have the wadding that I also got from Mill Creations when I was there and picking this up. So I needed to nip into town this afternoon because I've got quite a bit of this left, not enough obviously to recut, but yeah, what I meant was, you can see there's no side seam because I just wanted that transition to flow and not have to pattern match. But I didn't think that I would then not have a symmetrical front. I didn't even consider that. So anyway, it is what it is. I do have a fair bit left over, so I'm going to make another bestie. I know I showed you the bestie that I cut out last night, which is there, but I've got enough to make another bestie. So I wanted to nip into town because I needed some black cotton anyway to use as binding for this, and I thought I'll use some of it as a lining for this, and I needed some black webbing because I want to make a webbing strap for this, which I've also picked up just a silver 1.5 inch strap slider as well. And then I think I'm going to get this cut out and get this one done first, because then once I've cut the pieces out for this, I've just bought a metre of this, it was only £4 from Boys, I then will have enough to be able to cut some bias strips to make this. So that's the plan for the rest of the day. It's Thursday. I am home from work. I'm home a little bit later because I've just been to see my lovely friend Lucy, who had her first baby a couple of weeks ago. So I've had newborn snuggles, which has just been delicious. She's absolutely beautiful, and I'm so proud of her because she's just such a fabulous human being. So I've just got back and Martin's here.
Hola.
He's making my tea because of course he is.
Oh, of course I am.
Of course he is. We're having, what are we having? Belly pot with cider gravy.
We're having belly pork that's been done in cider.
Yep.
With cheesy mashed potato.
Yeah.
Savoy cabbage, carrots, cider gravy with onions that were cooked with the belly pork.
Nice. So I'm really looking forward to it. I didn't end up doing much on the bestie bag last night because I realised I needed more zips. I bought these chunky zips from Amazon a while ago, and the pack that I had, I know it's a bit dark in here and you can't see very well, this is them here. They're about £10 and you get about 14 zips in them. Really good value. So I thought I had a black one, but I must have used it because the only colour that's going to go with this fabric is the white one, and unfortunately the lighter shade in this fabric is not white. It's like an off-white, like a cream. So I thought, do I risk it? And then I thought, do you know what, just get another pack. So I ordered myself another pack of zips last night, which has come today, and there is a black one in here. So I am going to go with the black. And so all I got done last night on it, to be honest, was the pockets, and then the lining bit. And then the next bit was to start with the zip. So I thought I need to just hold back until the zips come. So they've come, which is brilliant, which means after tea, I might start on it tonight, but I am a bit whacked, to be honest. It's been a busy day. So I don't know. We shall see. But yeah, I'm excited to get the bestie done. And yeah, that's about it really. It's been a busy day. The weather has like completely changed tack. We are now mid-teens. After doom and gloom, we've had some sunshine this evening, and I'm wearing my Raj dress today, which is a pattern by Tammy Handmade. I made it just before Christmas. This is it here in this really lovely viscose crepe that I got from First for Fabrics. I believe it's an ex-Zara deadstock, and I really like this dress. It's lovely. So yeah, gonna have some tea, and then I'll decide whether I'm just going to sack the sewing off for the night and just put my feet up, or whether I'm going to come in here and do a little bit. I showed a couple of more pictures of my knitting on Instagram last night because I really wasn't happy with the ribbing on the novice slip over that I'm making by Petite Knit. I'll put a picture of it here. Yeah, I think I mentioned that I had not gone down a needle size when I started the ribbing and it was just looking totally wrong. So I did rip it back last night and started it again in a smaller needle size, but I'm still not happy with it. And I put a picture of it late last night on Instagram and loads of people have messaged me saying do a twisted 1x1 rib, which is where you knit through the back loop of the knit stitches and then purl in the normal way. So yeah, loads of you have recommended that, and thank you if you have, because I think that's what I'm going to do, because I'm not happy with it at all. I don't know whether it's just this yarn that's not knitting up nice in 1x1 rib, but I don't like it, so I need to rip that back again. So I might do that tonight, because when I'm like this and I'm tired and I've had a heavy day, I just don't have the energy to start sewing. So I might just do that tonight, sit in front of the TV, and yeah, we shall see. Good evening. It is Friday evening. I'm home from work. It's about 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. I probably look super tired because I am tired. It's been a busy day. I've come in my sewing room to get away from the noise because next door's dog's barking and Martin's on his PlayStation, which just sounds like humming bees, and it's driving me mad. So I've come in here just for a little bit, and I thought I would show you my bestie bag. So I got this finished last night and I am super happy with it. So I put my webbing on, including my new little strap slider that I got from Boys. These were 50p each, so this is a silver one. The webbing I think was £2 something a metre, and I think you need just over a metre, or around about a metre, for a bestie. And yeah, this is my leftover jacquard that I got from Fabric Godmother, and then that's the other side of it. I didn't have enough. I mean, I thought I've done well with my pattern placement considering I didn't have a lot to play with, and I was very aware that I needed to be careful with pattern placement for this. So I tried to go for the flower in the center on one side, and then the other side I could get it sort of just off center. It's not perfect, but it's fine. The bottom panel piece I have had to piece together, so it does have a center seam, but that's fine because it's just at the bottom. I did interface the bottom, but I didn't interface the rest of it. And then inside, oh, my black zip came from Mr. Amazon, so I've got black chunky zip in there. Inside is my scarf to just pad it out to show you what it looks like. So inside is just plain black, which is the cotton, 100% cotton I got from Boys as well, that was £4 a metre. I have put on a little label, and I have split the pocket on one side. It's really difficult for you to see in this light, but I've split the pocket on one side because that will fit my phone in, and then the other side is a bigger pocket, and then it does have another pocket on the other side of the bag as well. This main pocket, it's really weird because in the instructions it has you just fold over, it has you interface it and fold over the top edge a couple of times, which is what I did on my first one, but with this one I've double-sided it like you do the other pocket because it just makes more sense. Yeah, but I'm very happy with this bestie, and it will not be my last because obviously I did cut out the brown cord one a couple of nights ago, and I just need to find some lining for that one. So yeah, really happy I got that done last night. And when I was in Boys the other day, I want a navy jumper, just very plain, fairly oversized, not cotton. I don't want like a fine knit or a sweatshirt type. I just want like a knitted jumper, very plain, with no detail on it, no fancy stitches or anything. And I had thought I'd just go have a look around the charity shops to see if I could find anything. I mean, you would think a plain navy round neck jumper would be really easy to find, but yeah, there was none in any of the charity shops or the normal clothing shops either. But I did find this. So in one of the charity shops, they had this gorgeous little quilted bomber jacket, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So this is a per una jacket, which is Marks and Spencer's. It's one of their brands, and yeah, I mean, it's gorgeous. It's got pockets in the front, it's cropped, and it's in my size. But wait till you see the price of it. Let me just show you. £3. I mean, bargain mungus or what? So I had to get that. So I didn't get a blue navy jumper, but I got myself a little jacket for spring. I think it will be perfect with jeans for spring. So I just can't believe that I found something so fantastic, because I never find anything in charity shops at all, to be honest. I really envy these people that manage to find amazing things, but it's usually not me. Anyway, I have got some fabric to show you as well, because I ordered from Hey So Sister a few days ago. They had this fabric in ages ago, and then she sold out, and I sort of regretted not buying it, and then she was getting it back in, so she has got it back in, so I placed an order. So it's this one, which has cakes and bows and love hearts and stuff. I just love it. It's cotton lawn, and I'm going to make myself a little blouse out of that. I think I've got a couple of meters of it. I also bought this one, which is a very lightweight cotton lawn. It's like a block print, and the skirt portion of the aspen hack that I did at the weekend, I want to make a skirt, just a skirt, exactly the same out of this, because I think that'll be really nice for spring. So I think I got myself 2.5 meters of that, and then they had this, which is a brushed cotton flannel, and I just want to make some very simple loose fit pajama pants out of this. Martin says it's very, what did he say, Cheshire Cat? I look like the Cheshire Cat in them. But anyway, yeah, it's really nice. It's lovely. It's got that lovely brushed feeling. I would have preferred to have got this in blue, because I think they had it in blues, but they'd sold out of the blue, so I got it in the 2 different pinks, which is going to be really nice. I mean, these colours against my face are probably not the best, but it's not going to be against my face, because I am going to make PJ bottoms out of it. So that's where we are at, guys. This weekend we are going to be having Layla. So tomorrow we're going to drive down to Leicester. I'm going to go for a run first thing in the morning, get back, have a shower, and then we're going to head down to Leicester to pick Layla up. She is coming back and staying with us until, well, for an entire week actually. I've taken a couple of days leave next week, but Bronte is going to come up on the Wednesday, so we're having her till Wednesday when Bronte comes up, and then Bronte's staying until Saturday, so we'll have her obviously with her mum joining us then, if that makes sense, because me and Bronte are going out on Thursday night to see a true crime presenter who's touring the UK, who I follow on YouTube. She's got a big YouTube channel actually, but she's doing a true crime tour, so we're going to see her. I bought my daughter tickets for it at Christmas, and I'm really looking forward to that. So yes, we're going to see that next Thursday, and I think we're going to go to the pictures one day as well. And yeah, so that's going to be nice, because I haven't had any sort of one-on-one time with my daughter for a long time, to be honest, so that's going to be nice. And yeah, we've got a lovely weekend ahead of us with our gorgeous little granddaughter Layla. I must remember to measure her this time, because I didn't when she was here the other week. And yeah, I think this evening, while the dog is barking and driving me up the wall and Martin is on his PlayStation, I think I am going to trace off another pattern, cut something out, because I did get the main amount of fabric that I bought this for when I cut out the gillet, but I really need to sit and concentrate on stitching the quilting and all that kind of stuff, and had a bit of a massive, well, it was quite a massive issue actually. I had a bit of an issue with my sewing machine yesterday. So I've got a FAF Creative 4.5, which is an incredible machine. It is such a workhorse and it tolerates so much abuse from me, I have to say. I've had it since the year before my dad got married, because my dad actually gave me the money for it. So it's very precious, and because obviously my dad's not here anymore. So we're talking about 5 years now, I think, 4 or 5 years that I've had this machine. It's never been serviced. It's never needed a service. It's never let me down. And then I've broke needles and things. Sometimes happens, doesn't it? I did when I was sewing this last night, because when I was going over the ends of where the zipper tab is in there, if that makes sense, when I was top stitching here, the needle got stuck and broke, and when I sort of untangled it and everything, I noticed that my presser foots were not snapping back on the shank, and so I took the shank off, and there's like a couple of little clips that come down over the shank, which obviously grip the presser foot when you try and snap it on, and one of them was bent out of shape. So Martin's tried to realign it, and it is clipping back on, but it's just a little bit precarious. So I've ordered a new shank that should be here on Monday, because they were only about £10. So yeah, I mean, as I say, it is I did have a bit of a panic, because I thought, oh god, have I broke my machine, and how expensive is this going to be to fix? But it's just the shank that's probably just a little bit not gone quite back into where it needs to be. So yeah, that was annoying. So yeah, so that's going to come on Monday, and at least then I've got a brand new spare one in case this decides not to continue working, honestly. So I think tonight, yeah, the reason I've told you all that is because I don't want to sit and do any of the quilting of that gillet when I'm not sure if that shank is going to hold, if that makes sense. So I think instead of sewing, I'm going to cut a couple more projects out tonight. Yeah, I've still got a couple of things that were on my February plans that I haven't attempted yet, and I've got a pattern to stick together. It's only a little one. I mean, most of the time now when I buy patterns, I send them off for A0 printing, but this one is a little top for Layla, a little sweatshirt, and I've printed off, it's the freebie by Easily Made Patterns this month. It's the crew neck sweatshirt, and I have decided that I was just going to print it off because it's literally about 8 pages. So I've printed that off. I just need to stick that together, and I don't want to cut that out until Layla's here, because then I can measure and make sure she fits in the right size. And yeah, I've got a couple of other things that I need to look at. I'm in and ahhing about the Vogue top, so let me just get the pattern and I'll show you this one. So I still need to make this one, and I had said I was going to make it out of this gorgeousness that I got from the lovely Gabrielle at Cloth Edit, but I think I'm changing my mind about the fabric. I really want to make this top, but I'm not sure about the fabric. I think I'm going to choose something else. Somebody did comment on that vlog saying that they were a bit worried the lovely details of this pattern wouldn't show up in this fabric, and I get it. So I think I might choose something else. I'm going to have a little root around in my stash and just make a decision, because I might get this one cut out next. You might have noticed actually when I made the jumpsuit, this jumpsuit, I cut straight into the tissue, and I never used to do that. I used to always trace off big 4, but do you know what, I think time is not on my side, as in I don't have a lot of spare time, and I really sometimes feel that I don't have the energy to be tracing off a pattern and yeah, and then cutting it out and all that kind of stuff. And I just think, you know what, I'm just going to cut into the tissue. At the end of the day, some patterns I probably wouldn't, but something like this, I'm just going to cut straight into that because it's going to be fine and I'll make it work, whatever. So yeah, I'm just changing my mind a bit with that. I think with an A0 pattern, I probably would trace it off because, well, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, right, so I think I'm going to look for some fabric for this, and I think this is going to be the next thing that I tackle because I really want to get this done because we are hopefully heading into spring soon. The weather is warming up. It's still not very pleasant, but it's warming up significantly from what it's been. So I think I can start thinking about spring makes, and that would be super nice to do. So yeah, I'm going to have a look for some fabric for that. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Saturday. I look better than I looked last night. So I've been for a run. I do, because I looked really tired last night. So got up mega early this morning. Martin's taken Isaac to work and I've been for a run. I did 4.25 miles. Really happy with that. I'm trying to stretch out my weekend run now so that I'll do the short ones during the week and the longer ones on the weekend. So yeah, 4 miles, I know it's quite short to a lot of people, but for me at the minute I'm pleased with it. So anyway, that went really well. Come back, had a shower, got changed. I'm wearing my Tammy handmade Raj dress today that I made before Christmas. I think I put this on the other day actually when I went to work, but I wanted to wear it again because it's really nice. And I've just got my docs on with it, and then we are now heading down to Leicester to pick up Layla, and I'm super excited. We've just spent the last sort of hour cleaning up downstairs and tidying up and whatnot, putting the fire guard up and all that kind of malarkey that you need to do when you have grandkids over. So yeah, we're going to go down. The weather is glorious. Look at that sky. It's just amazing. We haven't seen the sun, not like this, for ages. It's warm. It really feels spring-like. So I hope this lasts because it's not very often we get this weather when it's Martin's weekend off especially. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to having Layla and seeing what we get up to. Watch Piper.
Give it.
Go. Ready, steady, go.
Boy. I don't want to do it that way. Bowl around. Hey, Piper. Ready? This way, Piper. Come. Hey, Cheat. Good boy. Come on. Hey, Cheat. Come.
Good morning. It's Sunday and we're up and about. Layla had a really good night actually. She did wake up about midnight because one of her toys started talking, which woke me up, and it was singing and carrying on. And yeah, anyway, she did get back to sleep, which was great. So we are heading to a farm today to go see the baby lambs and chickens and things like that. So we're taking Layla. Martin's just putting some fuel in the car.
Hello. Sorry.
Then we're on our way. So I've got a bit of a headache. I've got like, it's been waking me up in the night actually. I feel like I've got pressure here and up here, just this side, and it's like pulsing slightly every so often. I don't think it's migraine because I don't get migraines. I've never had them. I was wondering if it was like my sinuses, a bit of sinus pain, but I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, so we're hopefully going to have a nice day. See what we get up to. Right, it is much later in the day. I have really been suffering with my sinuses today. But anyway, I'm going to sign off for tonight. But before I do, I wanted to show you the quilted gillet that I have been working on. So I thought I'd show you that first, and then, yeah, I will probably be signing off for this week's vlog. I've just got Layla settled in bed, so she is heading off to the land of Nod as we speak, which is lovely. But yeah, let me just grab my gillet and show you where we're at. Right, so hopefully you can see how she's coming along. I've got the pockets basted on with the bias binding around the top, and then all the inside, and you can't really see in this light, but this is quilted. I've just done it diagonally, and I've just done the lining and the batting quilted together. It's not quilted on the front because obviously this is jacquard, and I thought that it would just interrupt the lines of this, and it didn't really need it. So yeah, all this is now basted all the way around, and the next step that I need to do is create some ties for the front. I think I'm just going to do a single tie. Originally I was going to do 3, but I think that's probably overkill, to be honest, and I think that will irritate me more than I will find it useful. So I think I'm just going to do a single tie, probably about here, and then I need to bind the whole lot, so all the way around the neckline and the front and the back and the hem at the bottom, and then the armholes as well. But it's coming on, it's looking all right. I think I'm really happy with it. I think it's going to be nice and warm, which is great because the weather has turned again. Yesterday was flash in the pan of some lovely sunshine, and then yeah, today's been horrible, cold, wet and rainy and really windy. So yeah, as soon as Layla's settled, I think I'm going to go and have myself a nice relaxing bath. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you really soon. Bye.